we've been playing a lot of games. The three of us have been playing through a new game from the developer Techland, and that is Dying Light 2. This is the follow-up sequel to the first parkour zombie game that they brought out many, many moons ago. This game's been in development forever, and it finally dropped, and we've been playing it, and we have some thoughts about it. So before we jump into Jason, Austin,
we're gonna talk.
Austin, you were the one that I think was when we did our like most anticipated. This was one of your most anticipated games. So you've been playing it, you have it. Tell me your thoughts about this game.
I enjoy it, and going in, I knew the story was gonna be shit because, I mean, how do you make a good zombie game these days?
But did you though?
What?
Think it was gonna be shit?
The story, yeah.
Are you sure?
The story's shit.
Positive?
Yes. Like people die and they're like, oh, tell this one guy I'm sorry and I love this other person.
The dialogue's not there at all.
All right,
it's
bye.
fucking shit.
My favorite scene was the one guy, the side quest that you go up to, and the guy's like, man, I'm gonna fucking rip that guy's brains out and tear his freaking insides out. Oh, but your wife's pregnant. I'm gonna be a father? Oh my gosh, I love you. I love everybody. I'm never gonna hurt anybody ever again. I don't know why anybody would ever hurt anybody. It's just crazy. I'm like, you fucking hypocrite. Anyway.
Who's that guy who was just here? It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so bad. It's cringy to the nth degree, and I think we can get a broader topic of what the fuck happened to video games. Like, where are the writers for video games these days? They don't
We're
exist.
definitely gonna talk about that in the
They all went to
discussion.
Sony, apparently. Anyway, but outside of that, the gameplay is really fun. The parkour is on point. It is so fun to be on the ground, running from zombies, jump on a building, run into some thugs who want to kill you for no reason, and you whip their ass, and then you just run
'Cause you're a pilgrim.
point to point. Yeah. Well, let's not get into that part of the story. And so that whole like 30 seconds plus gameplay loop is pretty fun. Running through buildings and yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Cool.
What about you, Brett?
Okay. Well, I'll share my thoughts then.
Yeah.
I think so. When I got into this game, I was kind of like, definitely thinking that the story would not be that great. And I also
didn't want to play this game.
I didn't want to play it either.
Yeah.
I only bought it because both of y'all bought it. And I
Well,
was
I
like,
only bought it because I thought both of you were buying it. That's the only reason.
Clearly, you didn't listen to last podcast.
And we all won somehow.
So yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. But
you
when
didn't.
I didn't win.
When I picked it up, like, cause I played the first Dying Light, and I didn't like it. I felt too uncomfortable because it was like you're playing by yourself, and it was just like so much anxiety. I didn't want to put myself through that anxiety. But this one, with it being 4-player co-op, where we could drop in, drop out kind of situation, I was really excited about that because I could then play with you guys and not have it be as like, oh god, I'm gonna die, which still sometimes happens. But I'm actually enjoying this game way more than I thought it would. Like, I'd actually want to see this game to the end. Like, I really, really do.
Wow.
But that's the only problem is I need people to keep playing with me. So hopefully that happens. But like Austin said, the story is not great. There's interesting stuff here. Like, I feel like there's a lot of really good, like, foundational elements to the overall experience, like with the whole setup of the city, and there's different factions and trying to like get on the side of the factions that you want to like get. Like, there's actually like gameplay benefits to like supporting like different sides of the factions, and there's new upgrades and stuff that come through that tie into the story and stuff like that. But overall, it's just like they throw so many characters at you, and there's so much dialogue in this game that probably 70% of it is just not very good, and then like the other 30% is surprisingly good. But overall, it's just like a bunch of like not great dialogue, and there's a lot of it. There's a lot of dialogue and a bunch of characters that they're like, hey, meet this character. Oh, that character's probably going to die like 10 missions later, but it's fine. Let's introduce 5 more characters. There's just so many people in this game. But I enjoy picking up all that stuff and then doing the missions that they want me to do and jumping through the map and the world and finding a bunch of zombies and just collecting shit and like marking stuff off and leveling up. And that part is what I think where it's really most satisfying is the progression of upgrading my parkour skills, upgrading my combat skills, which are done separately, deciding do I want more stamina or more health based on like my upgrades with my inhibitors, right?
Inhibitors.
Yeah. All those different things. Like gameplay wise, I'm having a blast playing through this thing, and I think that's ultimately what this open world is meant to be, is like an open world sandbox. You can just run around and do a bunch of crazy shit. But that's not to say there isn't a lot of bugs. So, Jason, what's your? Oh, here you go.
What you got? Well, I mean, it's kind of like Fallout that way. It's Fallout meets Mirror's Edge, bring it together, and it is sandboxy. But I feel obviously I would say that Fallout is way better sandbox wise than this, because you don't have a big area to jump around, but it is big enough to have fun. And with you guys there, it's really awesome to take on missions. Mm-hmm. And we did that one mission where it's like, oh, there's 1 against 5 or 6 of us, and boom, there's 3 of us. Kick your ass now.
Oh man!
Little do you know, I have ghost people with me.
Little things like that, and then going into the night missions, or just traversing the night is really fun, and getting in a chase like Brett did by himself somehow.
So many times. Jesus Christ! I just like to. I don't give a shit, man. I'm going in there. I'm gonna roll through these people. They ain't got
Brett's
nothing
problem.
on me.
He just can't climb that well, so he just drops on the ground.
Yes.
I mean, it's no, it's the game. Okay, the game did not grip when I told it to grip. Okay,
right, yeah. It's plenty times problem. I jumped off the roof like I can make this. I'm gonna die. Straight down.
Yeah.
No, but the game, they've done a good job of always making you feel like this is gonna be difficult and keeping you on your toes. Because even during the day, it's like, the zombies. Well, all the zombies are pretty much trash, but once they start grouping up, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, they start getting you.
Well, I didn't realize either that the zombies would be like I was thinking you have a freaking big ass axe in your hand, you hit the zombie once and they're gonna go down and die. Yeah. That's not the case. It's like they have health bars and stuff that you have to freaking gnaw at them 2 or 3 times.
So they have different levels.
That makes it harder to.
What is it? Level 4 we got to, and it was just
oh my god,
couldn't even do a takedown on them.
It was bad.
Yeah, we went into a night mission and it was much higher level than we expected it to be. But we're like, fuck it, let's just do it. And we survived and fought off all the zombies at nighttime and killed both the big bad and died a whole bunch off that guy.
Bunch of time.
It was fun. Yeah. And then I learned dodging was
dodging was key.
So that's probably pretty helpful.
I had to fight 3 of those brute guys.
Jesus.
With the balls on their chain.
Yeah.
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 It was part of one of the main missions. I was like, what the fuck? Luckily, there's a lot of propane tanks around.
So you just blow them up.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
I
nice.
use C4 on them. Works pretty well. I purchased that. So
I got one of those, or a few of those. And I got a grenade.
Nice.
And used it.
Grenades
on the one
nice.
that I was fighting, and then I realized there's 3 more. I was like,
God.
Shit.
Got to get crafting.
I know.
Build that shit up. So I mean, we've been doing a lot of co-op, but Jason, I want to hear about your experience because I know you had a bit of an issue that was pre-patch, but post-game release.
This game is complete fucking garbage. I hate this game with a goddamn passion. And the only thing that's saving it is the gameplay and the multiplayer, like Brett and Austin said. I highly enjoyed that portion of the game, but everything else, to the visuals, to the storyline, the dialogue, the side missions are fucking annoying and boring as shit for a zombie game. For a fucking zombie game. And your parkour and all that. The gameplay is fun. That's the only reason why I'm playing it. I don't understand the gear score at all. I don't understand the equipment. That makes no fucking sense to me. Some of it has a gear score, some of it doesn't, and it doesn't give you any benefit or tell you. And on top of that, I played goddamn 14 hours of this fucking stupid game. 14 hours just to jump into it, and it starts me all the way back over. I kept my gear score, kept all my fucking gear out goddamn standing. I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just run through it real quick and play it. No, I get to a point where I already unlocked a fucking door and it wants me to unlock it again even though the door is fucking open. And the guy's like, you gotta use your pick lock. The tutorial comes up for the pick lock. Door's open. What do you want me to do now? We'll just stand here and stare at each other. The door's open. So I thought, okay, fuck it with the story. I'm just going to play with these guys. Well, it turns out I can't play with these guys until I get done with this fucking mission that I already accomplished. So I emailed the company a very fucking bad letter. They have yet to respond.
I knew it.
I was so goddamn mad. And I told them I was going to send COVID-ridden zombie butt fucking assholes to their fucking company and have them get fucked by every single one of them.
That's why
as I watch and fucking laugh.
Wow. Shit.
So yes, this game is a waste of money. And that's what I'm mad about the most, is that they released this game with all these bad patches. and bad updates and stuff like that, and didn't even bother to fix them. I mean, I can't even get back that first story part, so I had to restart a whole nother fucking character, and they didn't even have the decency to email me back and be like, "Oh, even an apology, sorry, you're gonna have to restart." I'd be like, "Okay, that's fine." But yeah, I am fucking furious with this game, and the only reason why I'm playing it is for Brett.
Aw, so nice.
I do enjoy the gameplay. The gameplay is there, but everything else sucks. And Austin and I have ran into multiple issues where you chop off a fucking zombie's head, clearly off, and the motherfucker is still attacking you with no health bar. What the fuck you do with that?
That was hilarious.
And then we
That's
fought
pretty
a
bad.
bad guy, a human NPC. We fought him, and I chopped off his fucking legs, and somehow he's still running around attacking people. How? Why? No health bar. How do I pass this mission? I have to kill this guy, but he's still running around with no legs.
Remember when we played Marvel's Avengers? Yeah. Remember when those guys would like freaking glitch out and like go crazy, like freaking hit a robot and it would be like flopping around or the map or
At least
like
they would
half
die when we
deadlifts.
killed
Yeah,
them.
when we killed
That's
him.
true. That's true.
It'd just be crazy.
But
Yeah.
it's just, it blows my mind that people spend so much money on this game to buy it and are excited about it, and it comes out and it either crashes. I read an article where this guy would play 36 hours and it crashed and did the same thing that it did to me.
Oh,
36 fucking hours.
that would kill me if that happened.
At that point, I would quit the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to pull out the game and break it in half. I didn't even want to return it.
Damn.
Yeah, this is one of those games where it's great if you're playing it, but yeah, if you had to start over after putting all that time into it, it's just not worth it. Like, there's nothing here to carry you forward.
If
Not
I got
even
if I got to a point where that happened to me like way far into it, I would definitely stop. I mean, because I want to progress through. I want to get all the upgrades. I want to open up because there's 2 cities to this game, and we haven't gotten to that second part yet. I put in, I think, 13, 14 hours now. I don't know how many hours you put into. You had 14 hours until it crashed.
Now
on
have
you.
an extra. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm probably at 30 hours total with this stupid fucking game.
But we're not like, it still hasn't opened us up to the next city yet because we haven't progressed super far into the. I mean, we progressed far into the story, but not far enough to open up the next piece. But I want to get to that because it's like big skyscrapers and shit like that. That sounds really cool to run around and explore. But it's just I mean, there's a lot of dense stuff here to work in, which I appreciate. But it just sucks that there was so much time spent on this game. It got delayed so many because there was a time where we were like, is
7
Dying
years.
Light 2 even coming out? Because
7
it
years.
was it took so long, and then
And
here
there's
we
still these
are, and you
bugs.
still have all these problems. And like you said about the graphics, you weren't like impressed by the
No,
graphics.
the visuals are straight up
This
shit.
game is like a next gen game, basically,
And it seems like
looks
last gen
old.
game,
Yeah,
you know?
clearly because they took forever to bring it out, probably.
Yeah.
And they were overly ambitious with it. I mean, I've heard there was like conversations of like your choices were supposed to like cut you off in like whole different like dialogue pieces, like whole like sections of a story based on your actions in the game. But apparently that's not there anymore because I think they had to do a bunch of cuts because of them being overly ambitious with this kind of game.
Yeah, the dialogue's garbage anyways. Fucking
dang.
stupid.
Yeah. Well, so
Well,
you're not a fan.
I
with
am
the
like,
graphics, like when you go in the cutscenes, it's great. Like the lighting changes and everything looks.
but when you're running
Fantastic.
around this
Well, yeah.
fucking world, and I don't know if I have my PS4 on or my PS5. It's
know.
just straight up shit.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I will say, I mean, if this came out on PS4 generation, like it would
Playing in
be
5K
good.
or 4K.
Yeah.
It would be good if it was that, but it's definitely it's lacking like the textures just aren't very good.
No, right.
And
They're
then
not high quality and stuff like that. But it's just such a big world and
Yeah.
there's so much foliage and shit. I think they had to cut back on it for performance.
And
You
it
can
sucks
do the-
too that I was playing because we were playing God of War before this came out, and I realized like that world is completely fake, but the acting in it and the storyline is so real to me that it feels real. I can feel all that. With this, I don't feel that at all. I feel like it's just a fucking, like you said before, a B-rated movie. It's just straight up shit. And if you're gonna go B-rated, go fucking fully B-rated. I want to see like Dead Rising shit happening in this
yeah,
game.
that's
Almost.
true. Yeah.
I want it just completely out there, but they're teetering tottering between the
They're trying to make-
storyline
yeah.
of it being B-rated and a AAA. It's fucking stupid.
That's a good point. I saw a headline, I think it was on Kotaku or something like that, that said Dying Light 2 is a great 7 out of 10 game. And that's kind of like what they put it at. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
basically a B thing. It's like it's fun to do all the shit that's in here, but it's not near what it probably could have been or should have been.
Yeah.
To get it to the level it needs to be.
And you guys did see that people are review bombing it, right?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
You know why?
Because they're losing all their progress?
No, not even that. It's because this game, this fictional world, is based out in Europe, in France area. And people are review bombing it because there's no one with a French accent.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of... There's one guy. That one guy you meet earlier.
Haycon.
Yeah.
He has a French accent, but no one else. Some of them has some country bumping Georgia accent that you're like,
I didn't realize where it's supposed to be. I was just like,
Yeah,
okay.
like,
we're
Yeah,
in
well,
some
they
place.
called the place, I don't know if it was
But it
this
does
place
have
or the
metro
old place.
stations,
Yeah,
so,
and
yeah.
they called it New Paris. I don't know if y'all called that in dialogue. And that's where it hit me. Oh, are we in France? So, yeah.
That's
I
interesting.
was like, I guess all the Americans moved to France
Yeah.
when all this happened.
But I saw that article on Facebook. I was like, people are probably review bombing it because of the saves and all that shit and all the glitches. Nope. It's because they're being, I guess, racist. I don't know.
Yeah, it is set in Europe. Villador, I forgot that's right.
There we
I
go.
forgot
Yeah.
that was the name.
Well, see, I don't understand where, I mean, because we're going to get into these open world games in our topic of the show, but I just don't understand where we're at. Like, I feel like people used to have like a really good set in stone. This is what we're aiming for. This is what we want to do. Let's make it feel real as possible. Obviously, it's a video game, so you have some liberties you can take. Why are we doing this crazy shit like this? That doesn't make sense. How hard is it to get some French actors
Actors or something, yeah.
to just do some accents? Like,
Make it believable. That's how you can tell they
make the
didn't give a
story-
fuck about the goddamn storyline because they didn't even get the fucking characters right that were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That's a fucking clear indication right there. Only way I knew we were in goddamn Paris or whatever is because they said we're in New Paris. I was like, why is there so many fucking country assholes here?
I wonder if it was one of those things where some producer was like, "Oh, well, we're gonna ship this to America, so let's just get American, actors for here." And then when it goes to France, obviously it'll be French actors.
Yeah, more
So then
likely.
it's like, oh, it's like,
Could
but
be.
still, like, come on.
But still, isn't this company a French company anyways? You think they would want to represent their people a little bit
don't know
fucking
if they
better
are.
than having
Someone-
dumbasses in the goddamn game?
I guarantee someone on the chain was like, "We're gonna do it like this because we're gonna sell more in America."
They want to hear American country accents. And it's not even like a good country accent like mine or something. It's like a hillbilly cartoon country accent. You're like, what the fuck?
It's because they got a French person to sound like a American person who's from the country.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they do
So
it.
I take offense to all y'all because Techland is actually a Polish company. So fuck you guys.
That's why they fucked it up.
Those are my people.
That's your people.
Pieces of shit.
But I give this game this much. It does not have microtransactions.
it's true.
So
Yeah.
a multiplayer game without microtransactions,
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. And the gameplay is fine.
So kind of wrapping things up, I want to mention that, I mean, as a person who doesn't normally like games of this nature, I'm actually really enjoying myself in it. I don't like the story, but I love like the upgrades. I love the progression that I can do. I love the exploration. Like I actually want to explore this game. And you know me, I talked about how much I hated Skyrim because I didn't want to explore that world at all.
Yeah.
And this one I actually do want to explore. And there's actually like stuff. I mean, there's just shit everywhere you can find, which a lot of it's just like a bunch of like consumable bullshit
Yeah.
that you use for crafting and whatnot. But I think with this game, for anybody that's like listening to us talking about it, this is a game that you should wait until they drop it in price. If this game drops to like 35, 40 bucks,
Oh, that'll be perfect.
I think it would be great to buy
it on
into
sale.
because then at that point
Wait
they'll
till it's on
hopefully
the
have
Game
fixed
Pass.
it.
Yeah.
Or Game Pass. It'll be fixed at that point and
Hopefully.
it'll be worth buying at that time. But right now it's just not. It's not ready to be out of the oven.
Yeah, it's not there.
It's
Don't
more time
just,
to bake.
Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well,
Fuck you, Dying Light 2. Wasted
I still
14
had
hours
fun.
of my fucking life.
I still have
well,
fun.
you're gonna waste more. 'Cause
Glad about it.
no
I'm gonna
shit,
drag
I'm gonna
you
waste
into
more.
it.
You don't have to drag me into it. I'm always down to play this game because, like I said, the gameplay is fun.
Good.
I am enjoying
I
the
got
gameplay.
This guy's like, you gotta drag me into it. He was playing this morning without me.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was just running around because I thought I was
shit.
behind. I don't want to get that far behind where you guys are parachuting around and
No,
grappling.
man,
I'm just
I'm waiting to play with you.
I've been waiting for the fucking
Yeah.
parachute.
Yeah, I know,
God
same.
dang.
I want that really bad. I just want to be able to like fly through shit.
They also have like a cool like funny bits reference to video games. There's a shoe you can unlock where you have the Mario jump. And you actually
Oh.
jump on top of the enemies like Mario. It goes in third person view, and he does like a little backflip. And
There's supposed to be a lot of really cool Easter eggs in here.
yeah, there's a Doom Easter egg. There's that Easter egg.
Which clearly they
the
spent more
couch
time on
Easter
that
egg.
than they did on the dialogue
Yeah.
and the story.
The Easter eggs are covered in that game. They have Resident Evil Easter egg.
Man, I look at all these.
Yeah.
I haven't found any.